Hi and welcome to Woohoo Wednesday. I am Rachael Phillips, the creator of the BEYOU Oracle Cards, which will be the cards that I use to have drawn your card choice for you. So if you have intuitively felt that nudge to choose card number 2, then this is your divine soulful message. It is the card of shadows. And I love how you can actually see the reflection in the background where it says shadow self. So I'm trying to move it so you can't, but it's still coming up. So I love that double message there for you. Now the message at the bottom says, time to love and accept all parts of self. Your internal dialogue is ready for an overhaul. Acceptance will become your focus. Shadow self, we consider it to be a little bit daunting, but I think it's always this huge insightful moment where you are given almost like a window to review your limitations and your belief systems and your value systems, to be able to have a look and be shown where you're being held back. A lot of the times the places we're held back in are eye-opening, because you get to really explore more deeply by going internally to be able to access your own truth. What I mean by that, because there's lots of interpretation, so I really want to share my interpretation in relation to this card. Sometimes when we have traumatic or unpleasant experiences that are held within our past, a lot of the times we can give forgiveness and acceptance to every other single person that was involved in that experience that you had, except for yourself. I feel like this card message is coming around self-forgiveness, learning to forgive yourself. I feel like you have always had these super high expectations where you've always been jumping through hoops for no one else other than yourself. You're in so much competition with your own self, but there is a level where it's now starting to become unhealthy, and your soul is saying, hey, I want to find much more healthy, resourceful ways for you to become motivated and inspired. Having these big hoops to jump through is not bringing out the best in you, and it's actually now flipping around, and it's now bringing up reflective insight into your negativity within your own self, where, say for example, you've set a really high expectation, you haven't met it, and so therefore you're tearing yourself apart. All that's doing is just becoming such a self-destructive behavior. Your soul is saying, hey, give yourself a break. You are freaking amazing. Look at what you have overcome already. You deserve to give yourself a pat on the back, and for you to stand there and feel proud of yourself. If you don't feel that, it's time to start digging deeper and going below the layers to being able to bring light into that shadow aspect of within your own self. Whenever we bring light, and I always feel like in these situations when we're doing shadow work or soul work, when we bring light, it's about bringing through no judgment, come from a place of exploration, come a place from that feminine flow, come from a place of self-forgiveness and acceptance. And so therefore that light will be brought into that situation, that experience, that trauma that has been stored so deeply and ingrained into your consciousness that now it's time to release that. So the reason your soul is calling this forward is because we are about to have a beautiful new moon, either tonight or tomorrow, depending on your location. And so therefore, when you release all of that, bring light into those darkened areas, we start to penetrate more light. So therefore, you become more reflective to be able to become a mirror to attract your new moon intentions. So for you, you're being called to heal, transmute, and transform those traumas and experience of negativity from your past, and allow them to become a channel that becomes a place where you receive those miracles of aha or epiphanies, and gain completely new perspectives, which will then open you up for your manifestations to start flowing more freely towards you. So you're not always, because you know what, if you put yourself up on those high expectations, you expect high expectations from your soul, high expectations from your universe, and all three parts, which is your cosmic self, which is self, soul, and source, are all working from a highly functional anxiety type of energy rather than being in a state of receptivity. So it's time to allow your nervous system to decompress and to come back more into a beautiful chilled zone, because you've done that beautiful radiant soul work. So I wish you an incredibly amazing new moon. Much love. Take care, and don't forget to leave me a message to let me know how this resonates with you. See ya.